Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay, you
D.D.D.
actually didn't do that. Okay. And welcome to the third one shot in this short series called The Downfall. Uh, yeah, without much talk, I am a little sick, so if my condition deteriorates or I burst into a coughing fit, you have been warned. And that's it about me. I am joined here by four wonderful people. And some of these you have seen before if you've watched the previous videos in the series or the previous videos on the channel in general. And so, yeah, now you guys should say a couple things about yourselves. Lazybum, how are you today? Been a while.
Great.
What have you been up to the past? No, has it been 2 weeks now? The past 2 weeks?
Nothing at all.
Fantastic. You yeah. Uh huh.
Yep.
I'm glad. I think you uninstalled the division, so I heard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be. We can now we can't play together. That's the only reason I have the division to play with you, so now I should uninstall it too.
No, don't. I'll find space somehow.
Don't feel guilt tripped into it. It's just game. I'm hearing feedback. Yay, sound check. Right, who is that? When I'm speaking loudly, someone's voice. Okay, Cleve, your speakers are bleeding noise.
Is it?
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, I'm either too loud or your thing needs to be turned down.
Alright.
If I'm too loud, you can just reduce my volume in Discord locally, and that'll be fine. Otherwise, I don't know, raise the voice activation threshold.
Use push to talk.
Or use push to talk, yes. Just, I don't use push to talk because I have jazz hands. But yeah, so we have a new addition here, and I haven't gone through the steps of making sure that nothing goes wrong. So now he's adjusting on the fly. Cleve, how you doing?
Doing alright, except, ow. I hit my pinky on the nail on like the door frame and it hurts like a son of a bitch.
That's the exciting things in our lives. I'm sick, Lazybum's just living. Oh, no wait, I'm sick, Lazybum uninstalled the game, and Cleve hit himself on the pinky.
The life we will live.
Yep, the high rolling. And we also have Metruption here. Hey, Metruption.
Hello, I'm playing Visanpo, the Wood Elf monk. As a young child, when he was just an infant, there was a magical accident, and this made him extremely weak. He has a strength score of 5, and he had a long-standing grudge against wizards, so he joined a monk order, actually, to train his body, his will, so that he could maybe overcome his magical disability.
Spoiler, bro!
I'm explaining my character's backstory.
I was gonna say that we're gonna get to that in a second, but you kind of went and said everything already, so okay. That's fine, I guess.
Okay.
And the last person with an unhealthy obsession with manly genitalia is Zeke. How are you doing? I heard you were excited.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. Been a tough week, so yeah. Basically, there was a massive security leak for the government, and due to that, every single part of the government is now on overdrive in security, including my section. So yeah, lots of shit to do.
Wonderful times. Hey, at least you're not bored at work. Oh wait.
Well, I am.
You messaged me like 3 times this week. Like, give something to do.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's like summer vacation. So, like right now at work, we have like 8 people in IT. Like all of us. That's just 8. It's normally like 22 or something. So like it's completely dead, and all my normal coworkers, they're all on vacation right now except me. So like I'm sitting there pretty much alone. So it's like really, really boring. So yeah.
So that's why
It
you
sucks.
resort to online people. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. No hard feelings at all. That's just the sickness. It's like infecting my nose now.
No, but like it's also summer vacation for all the people working there. So like it's, I guess, 15% of the normal work activities in terms of like for me. So it's like super chill. So I get like really bored.
I guess that's a
So,
good time for a leak, right?
yeah, I suppose.
All right.
Anyway, everyone here, everyone good,
Yeah,
everyone
we should carry
ready to
on.
start?
We should carry on. And that being said, so I'm assuming everyone read the intro.
Delivering a wagon of shit.
So yeah, the short version is that you came from the capital and you have a small cart with
Who
some.
hired us though?
Hmm?
Who hired us? Like who gives this shit?
No,
Wookie win.
that was also written actually. You were hired by
wizard.
a wizard, yeah, a wizard from
Yep.
the capital, all the way.
Were they an elf?
So we don't know who it is.
No, it was just like a wizard. It was a person at the wizard tower in the capital, but it wasn't like a an important figure. More like probably like an apprentice kind of person.
Just a generic human wizard.
Local teenager, maybe like a noble on a internship practice at the tower.
That he got through nepotism.
Internship among the
You should have,
archmages.
you should have asked him.
That works. So right, did we get any information about who we're delivering this to? Because I don't think that was mentioned either in the intro. I mean, we're delivering it to a tower, but that's all the information we got, right?
Yeah, you're.
Just go north till we hit a tower somewhere.
You are supposed to deliver it to the. Look, did I right? I look. It's been a while, and I should have probably confirmed.
Rent a boat and take the material to a tower hidden among the trees on the island nearby. So
There you go.
I know which island it is, but yeah, like I was just wondering, do we actually know who's there, so to speak, or are we going straight into the blind? So
Well, apparently, you haven't been introduced to the contract properly. You only know that they're supposed to be at the island.
all right.
So yeah, passing on your way north, you met a lot of oncoming traffic, mostly refugees running, fleeing from the threat of the new blight or the undead, gathering further up north, still a couple weeks away from here. So this area is mostly fine. You passed by this like shithole of a town called Chazal. Like literally just a couple houses and like a token guard presence there. Nothing else of note. So you very quickly evacuated from that place and journeyed south directions, southeast to your destination. And yeah, you approached this massive lake, this called Strilt Lake, and off in the distance, across the waves of the lake, you see this island, nicely forested. You can't really see the tower that's supposed to be your destination, but probably hidden somewhere in there. And the fishing village, the fishing village that you have been pointed towards is right ahead of you. You're like on the outskirts of it. But the most important thing of note is that it's abandoned. Like you, back in the town, you actually, asked about, and yeah, the people there told you that there's no inhabitants in the village and nobody's sure where they went. Kind of like they disappeared. There wasn't any like signs of battle or anything, more like they just got up and left somewhere. Which is probably going to cause a bit of a trouble in terms of organizing transport, but hey, maybe you'll figure something out. So that's the setting, and now for the party. So there's 4 of you, pulling this little like cart. You know, it's a 2-wheeler cart, cart that is pulled by one of you. Didn't even get provided by with a proper animal to handle this, so you've kind of been taking turns dragging this thing along. Luckily, the weather has been good, so there wasn't a lot of mud. Easy travel there. And now you're finally approaching the destination. So, who's pulling the cart at this final stretch of land?
I have 5 strength, so I'll do it.
So you're letting the weaklings sweat huff and puff for the final few
I don't even think I could physically do it.
chunks of. It's a slow process, okay? The rest are just admiring the view. So yeah, Metruption,
Well,
you kind of went ham on the character already, but tell us what you look like. Tell us what we see as an audience.
Probably something like Marilyn Manson without makeup.
Looks quite normal, you know.
I'm struggling to believe, to imagine. Okay.
All right, so somewhat pale-faced, although there is quite a bit of color to his complexion. A very solemn face. He has long hair, no facial hair, as he is an elf. He has a signature pointy ears, and he wears a dark traveler's cloak. His feet are
Alright.
concealed by it.
All right, cool. All right, all right. Are you at the front of the party or are you in the back of the cart?
I think I put myself near the front.
All right. So who's next in line with the party in your marching order?
I guess that will be me then. So yeah, you're seeing like 50, 55-year-old guy. He got like a massive beard and he's in full heavy armor. He has only one leg, so he has like a little stump leg, like a peg leg on his right side. And he has like 0 balance. He is wobbling around and he's wearing massive heavy armor and he's obviously not really good on his feet. And on his right side he has a little red parrot. And yeah, I guess that's the character. Yep.
Right. And what's your name? What does the party refer to you as?
Ransford.
All right.
Or Ransford, Renegade, Blakemore, whatever.
All
Like,
right. So
yeah, just
Ransford. What is Ransford doing now on the as you're approaching the village?
Walking.
Nothing
He's
in
focusing
particular.
all his attention on walking, so he doesn't fall over.
All right. I guess that's fair given his condition. All right. Who else do we have? Yeah. So Lazybum, where's your character?
In the rear,
In the rear.
keeping a watchful eye.
All right. And who do we see?
You see it like, you know, a 2.5-foot gnome decked out with all sorts of crossbows.
No, it's like
She's very energetic, to say the least. You know, just constantly like rolling around, doing cool action poses. And you know, just yeah.
blissfully unconcerned with anything, really.
No, just she's actually looking around.
Oh, very
Just-
hyperactive. Okay.
Yeah, hyperactive is the word. She's way into being a guard person.
All right. And your name?
Zinnia. For I'm a wee lass.
Is that going to be your accent? Fantastic. Okay.
Oh god, no.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I could hear complaints. So Cleve, what's your character?
So-
Who do we see?
Basically, a human cleric with kind of broad shoulder, right? Kind of broad shoulder and a bit tall. And by broad shoulder, I mean like he has this kind of stupid shoulder sometimes to get through doorways, and has kind of red hair. I guess a bit of a white complexion. Um, what else?
Right, what's your name? That's probably
Oh,
what do people refer to you?
Brazier. Brazier.
All right. All right. So, all right. So, the four of you, the party, are you took this job together, and the promise of pay has been driving you onward, and now you're on the final approach. So, you're on the outskirts of town, of the village, and yeah, it sure as hell is abandoned. Nobody's here, at all. The place doesn't seem to be hasn't fallen into disrepair or anything. So this change in population must have been recent. There's not much going on in an abandoned village. So what else can I say?
Is there a tumbleweed coming through?
What's it smell like?
Smells like fish. It's an overbearing stench that doesn't really go away that easily. Probably a degree of rot in there by now. Anyway, this village is pretty simple from an architectural standpoint. The road continues from the road that you found from continues on towards the shore, where there are several piers, which you assume would probably host a number of fishing boats, and on either side there's an amount of small houses, huts that are now standing sad and empty. But that's not what really draws your attention. What draws your attention is that there is some sort of boat at one of the piers. Except it's not in tip-top condition. You see that the sail it's a small sailing boat, single mast, some kind of large, relatively flat bed, wide boat can probably sustain quite an amount of cargo on it. Designed kind of like a barge. The sail is absolutely destroyed, like ravaged, like multiple large tears have been made into it to basically render it unusable, because it's just a patchwork of tears. And in kind of in front of the boat, at the edge of the pier, you see that there is a dead body, and it seems like a recent one. Largely because the blood around it is still there. No,
By recent, you mean like fresh blood or dried up blood that is recent? Like, are we talking?
Even
Did
from
it
a distance,
die?
you can probably tell it's a dead. It's dried up. It's dried up, but it's not like old. It's like we're talking about
12 hours.
hours of
I'm
age.
gonna walk over
It's
to
just
the
basically
corpse.
dry blood, isn't it?
One at a
Walk
time,
over
guys,
the
please.
corpse, muttering under my breath about damn elven wizards.
Well,
Sure.
I poke my little parrot and say, "Hey, Jimmy, go check if there's anyone around here," and then I send him off.
Can I make a medicine check to see how he died?
I first want to know what the other two people are doing, because you have to. Yeah, because again, you're at the one end of the village and the corpse is at the other end, so there's plenty of time for everyone to get busy.
All right.
So what are the other two doing?
I'll check the boat and also check how. Well, you already told me what the damage was, but how extensively it is.
All right.
Search the boat as well.
And what is Zinnia gonna do?
Being the professional I am like searching everywhere to see what happened or what could have hurt the guy.
Okay, so let's go in chronological order. Metruption, give me a medicine check. Okay, it's actually not that hard of a riddle. That guy was like cleaved apart, like as if you took like a very like a hmm, like an
Ooh,
like
the
a
body's
like a
ballistic too.
large. What's the best thing you could compare it to? Kind of like a bear, maybe. Like if a bear clawed a person, but with like more strength and like a narrower claw. So, because you see like a massive tear going like from the guy's shoulder down to his abdomen, like diagonally across his torso, and like cleaved like it cleaved really deep. You can see vertebrae and like vertebrae sticking out through the like dried up guts, and yeah, the what's the word the, the yeah, the viscera has been spread over a couple feet around the person, and then there's just massive pool of blood around them. There's an expression of like terror and pain on their face as they are dead. So it probably makes more sense if we don't go chronologically. Zinnia, give me a perception check to see if you can spot the threat.
Blind.
You're like you don't see anything, right? Nobody sees anything, so you're like listening to stuff, and all you're hearing is that bloody parrot just flying somewhere off to the side. There's like an old destroyed building near the shore. It looks like it used to be another house at some point, but it got like destroyed. And maybe it collapsed or something along those lines, and it just never been rebuilt. And it's like flying around there and looking for stuff, and yeah, it's distracting you. And who next? Yeah, Ransford, give me a perception check for your parrot. I think that's fitting.
Let's see, +3 perception and what was. What the f-
Yeah,
Well,
it found something interesting in that wreckage, clearly. But what is it? What is it? Well, you don't know. And Brazier, you need to give me a check of some kind. I'm just trying to think what it should be. Because you're inspecting a boat, so it's like an architecture check. But
Investigation.
that doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, give me an investigation check. Let's go with that.
wait. Did you say that the bird actually found something?
No, as far as you can tell, it's just flapping its wings around, circling that burned down house.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
You don't get a gold coin for rolling a 1, Lazybum. You probably found a copper piece and thought it was gold.
Right.
Well, if I found any coin, it would grab it because it would know I want it.
Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah, I feel like-
Investigative, you said?
Yeah, investigation. That sounds about right. I think.
Oh, oops.
That's survival. Try again.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, 19. Okay. So yeah, you can tell that this boat is not going anywhere anytime soon. Whoever did this to the boat, disabled it pretty well. So the sail is just gone, right? It's not going to move the boat in any direction at all. So that needs to be replaced in order to be of any use to anyone. But that's fine, right? Because you could, in theory, like row your way over this like small amount of water to the island. And the ores that are on board are like shattered and broken as well, like chunked into pieces and useless as well. So you need to find some replacement propulsion device in order to get
Is
this
the
thing
rudder
going.
still intact?
No, the rotor is out of fuel. I'm sorry.
The rudder is out of fuel?
I heard the rotor, and I was like, the rotor is out of fuel, but the rudder is intact. Yes.
Maybe we could put some bed sheets up in the mast and repair it. It would be very makeshift, but I think we could get across with that.
So the oars are pretty much just busted, but the bulk can still be a little bit seaworthy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hull itself is
Okay.
intact.
Okay.
I suppose we could get out and push it.
The water is a little deep for that.
We can
Yeah.
swim.
And that's optimistic. I mean, I guess you could try.
Well, for the sails, we could like one of you said we could find a bed sheet and see if that works.
I doubt anyone would mind if we stole their bed sheets from an abandoned village. I don't think there is anyone to mind, after all.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a plan. So what do you do, guys?
Let's go to the nearest house and beds.
Okay, so do you all go or do you like split tasks or
Well, I can search. Well, how can I put it this way? I can try and search the houses for a replacement for the oars.
Yeah, sure. You want to do it? So give me a perception check in this case, because you're just searching for them.
All right.
Okay, so you go off to find ores. What does the rest of the party do?
I go look for stuff to loot.
I'm gonna steal someone's bedsheet.
And,
So
and Zinnia? 1 second. Let's just establish.
I started, checking houses for enemies and loot. Kicking
Okay.
down each and every door.
Okay, so when you say loot, you legit mean finding some valuables and coin that have been left behind by the villagers. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Our Hebe.
Well, any trinket or thing, like basically anything I find valuable. in some
Okay.
way.
Everyone, give me a perception check then.
I gave you one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, wait. Where's my spell? I think I have show some data roll. Oh, yeah. I cast guidance on myself. Boop.
That gives you D4 extra. Yeah.
Perception. So 25.
All right. I think that warrants finding something. Let me find the Dungeon Master's Guide to tell you what you found. I'm still missing one roll. Who didn't roll? Zinnia didn't roll. Lazybum, give me a thing.
Sure. I'll give you a
Perception
nature
check.
Oh, that's not nature.
I mean, if you're searching for like herbs or whatever, then nature. But if you're looking for loot around the houses and stuff, then you know.
I am searching for nature's abundance. Called an outhouse. No.
So you found a 25. Uh, Ransford, you know what? You enter a random house, which is kind of like whatever, and you think you found the Elder's house, because this is like a little larger and nicer kept one. And, there's like some amount of decorations placed on the walls and like carved figurines and some such around the place. Still some herbs hanging from the ceiling, giving the place a pleasant smell. And you start rummaging through the place, and you're just kind of walking about. And once you misplace your foot, shit keeps happening on accident, right? You notice that the floorboard under you behaves a little weird, so you fall down on all fours and pull it up, and there you find a small red bottle inside. It's like, even at first glance, you can tell this is a potion of healing.
Alright.
Someone left this behind, clearly. So, okay, what else? Zinnia and Visanpo went off looking, and they didn't. Yeah, like enter the same house, kind of a different goal in mind. And you scour the place for loot and for some ore replacements. If wait, well, not all replacements. Metruption, did you want to go? You went looking for
Bed sheets.
bed sheets, right? So yeah, you walk in to like look for something resembling a sheet and some money, but nah, this place
from a bed.
this place seems to be quite devoid of anything of value at this point. What's left is just like some wooden furniture, like stools, table, there's a fireplace in there, and the only thing that resembles a bed is just a bunch of straw in like under one of the walls. Nothing that could possibly work as a sail.
Like curtains, drapes, anything fabric?
No, no. This place is both empty and not exactly wealthy. So, people clearly had time to pack up their shit when they left. Because there's nothing, not even a copper coin. And, what's. Brazier, you go into a different house, and you on a cursory glance, you're able to locate. Yeah, there's like two beds, two proper beds here, and they had some janky patchworked, but still largely intact bed sheets, and with a little bit of fancy craftsmanship, you can stitch them together. They should be able to get you across, assuming the winds are favorable. So yeah, you grab those sheets and you walk out. Everyone walks out of their respective houses, some with smiles, some with disappointment on their faces. And you notice that above the corpse there is a floating figure. It's it's roughly humanoid in shape. It has its back turned towards you, and it's wearing this. It's wearing a tattered brown robe, and it's like hovering off like a couple feet off the air, of the ground.
Well, I guess I'll pull my shield and my belaying pin, and I'll cast shield lag on that. Boop. I'm not attacking. I'm just, just preparing in case of.
Getting ready, sure. Okay. So what do you do, party?
Okay, so the figure floating above the body. All right, got it. Let me think.
I'm gonna disregard it and start to attempt at least putting the bed sheets in the boat, because I probably won't be able to rig it myself.
Oh wait, this ghost. How far away is that thing from the boat, by the way?
It's in front. It's like in front of the pier that the boat is moored at. So it's I don't know, 20 feet away from boat, maybe. Pretty close.
So it's in the way of the boat.
Basically, yes.
Ah.
And each of you have like a safe space from it, like 50 feet away.
I yell at it, stage business.
There's no response. It doesn't react in any way.
Death value.
So nothing.
I'm gonna disregard the
Just broke up.
incorporeal figure.
It just broke up. Okay, so you're
Oh
going.
my god.
Okay, you're going to approach it.
No, I'm gonna go put my shoots on the boat and disregard the incorporeal figure.
No, it's as I told Zeke, it's in the way. It's like you have to pass right next to it basically to reach the boat.
Yeah, but it's just like a ghost, right? It's not like a real thing.
It looks corporeal.
Oh, it's real. Okay.
I'm not saying it's real. I mean, I'm saying it looks corporeal, as in it looks, made of flesh and bone.
I shoot it in the head.
That's your
How about-
maneuver. Okay, roll to hit. Alright, I need a quick consultation because that result is quite close. I want to say it hits. Yes, it hits. Alright.
I got 2 crossbows, so I fired twice.
You fired twice. Oh, dirty place. Dirty place. Okay.
Plus 1 health for reload time.
Indeed, reload times are.
Okay. You fire at the thing. It like shrieks. Like gives out this. This loud shriek as it convulses violently and turns to face you. And what you see is that this is it's a floating skeleton, right? It's just bones held together by probably magic, dressed in this robe with these like fires burning in its eyes. And now that you have its full attention. So if everyone could roll initiative, that would be fantastic.
I need to select a token to like roll with the character sheet.
Yeah, just type it in chat.
Oh wait,
I'll just pull you in one by one.
Oh no, it's +1. I'm mixing my instant dex for a second.
Any kind of modifiers I should put on that initiative? Or
Your
how?
dexterity.
Oh, the dexterity. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do I roll for Jimmy as well, or
Oh, it
do
doesn't
I
matter.
on the same turn as
Moves
myself?
on your turn.
Oh, come on.
You didn't roll. Just do 1d20 without the second D. Okay, slash roll d20.
Okay. Oh.
Dex bonus is whatever your dex is, like as a bonus.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, and okay. So Visanpo, you go first. There's an undead right there. So it's not like a full army or anything, but there's definitely an undead right in front of you.
So how close to me is it? Like
50 feet.
50 feet. All right. I'm going to hold action when it is within 35 feet of me. I guess when it's 40 feet away, I want to run 35 feet up to it and then hit it with my quarterstaff.
You can hold.
And then punch.
You can hold one. You can hold action. You can't hold your move, and you can't hold your bonus action.
Okay.
So you can only, trigger to move at a certain point, or you can trigger to attack at a certain point.
I'm going to position myself 40 feet away from it. I'm going to step 10 feet towards it and then throw a dart.
Right, it sails past the wraith. Kind of thuds idly behind it on the pier.
That is my turn.
Okay, now it's the wraith's turn. And okay, so the wraith, since it's a little too far to actually engage anyone, it starts moving towards Zinnia, because Zinnia fired, and Visanpo. And it starts to kind of move, slowly waver left and right, trying to dodge any incoming attacks. It's gonna be harder to hit it now, and it moves 30 feet closer to you. You're in melee. You can run up to it and hit it now. Brazier, the wraith is off to the side.
Okay. I think I'll try and splash holy water on it. See if that works.
It's too far away because holy water
Oh.
can only reach like 20 feet if you toss it.
Okay, so
you
it's beyond 20 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have disadvantage, but you already have disadvantage. So what is that? Super disadvantage?
No, the holy water specifically can only be from 20 feet. It says so in the rules.
I guess I'll attack with a light crossbow.
I'm going to do a quick draft of this thing because it does get confusing. And yeah, you can shoot at it while I do it. Okay, we have 3 purple tokens. That's not going to... 3 purple characters, so that's not going to work very well. Those are the colors we have available. Pick your color.
Purple.
I mean, I can't deny Lazybum at this point.
Black, I guess.
Alright, you have control. Metruption was... You were always red, yeah.
Okay, give me red.
Okay, hold on. Boom. And where are you? You are here. And Cleve, which color do you want? You are left with blue, yellow, and green.
I'll take green.
Alright. Boom. Let me space people out. You're gonna get bird later. Hold on. Purple. I need to make it roughly 50 feet from everyone. It's pretty good. Okay, so we're looking at something like this. And then the wraith moves 30 feet over here. Fine.
Oh god, I'm 75 away now. Get him.
Now to find the parrot. There. Happy?
That's a bird?
No. It's a bird.
It's a fish.
It's a bird, trust me. Is it a fish?
Just pick the raven model, dude. That's too small, I won't even notice that.
Alright, screw this then.
Pick
So,
raven.
Brazier, what was your turn? I was a little busy.
I shot with a light crossbow.
Alright. This one sails past as well. It's like dodging out of the way. Like you're trying to aim, but this thing is moving too fast, and you're like aiming at one thing. Don't want to shoot past it and hit one of your party members. So You blow it too early. It goes wide.
Alright.
Ransford.
I guess I will move. Let's see, humans, that's 25, or is it 30?
30. You must move 30.
Alright. I guess I'll move here then.
Alright. There's your overgrown parrot.
And the bird has 50 feet. I don't really want to move it into close combat though. I can't move the bird, by the way.
I'm sorry, what?
Can't move the bird.
Why not? Oh, because I gave it
You
to
didn't
Zoom.
give me control.
I gave control to Zoom. Past tradition. Sorry.
There we go.
Whoops.
Okay. Yeah, you should be 10 away, and you are 10 away, no? Alright, fine. Difference. Alright. So you moved. What is your action? Because a move is just a move. You can still do something. Hmm. Huh. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, it looks like I had a slight connection problem. So it dropped. Or did it? Zeke, are you there?
No, I'm dead.
Okay. So what are you doing after the move?
I'm just moving it.
Okay, so you can still move more.
Oh yeah, I can do the dash action,
Could you
right?
just yeah, exactly.
Peg leg it.
Where?
Just drunkenly, well, drunkenly. It looks drunken, but you're not drunken. Drunkenly charging at the ray from behind. All right, Zinnia, it's your turn.
Righty then. I'm going to. Oh, maybe it was like 25. So. I think I can move that far. Yeah, alright. So I go there.
Mm-hmm.
I take 2 more shots at it.
All right, now you have disadvantage because it's dodging.
Well, that's why I'm firing twice.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Both shots fly wide. Hey man, it's dodging, right? It's hard to hit something that's moving so unpredictably. And Visanpo's turn. We're back to the beginning. What do you do, buddy?
All right, I'm going to just walk directly up him. I'm going to punch him in the face. Bam.
Hit, and you do enough damage to kill it. Okay, so how do you dispatch of this Wraith?
First, a punch to the face, and then a quick punch in the chest. I sort of lift it and throw the limping, lifeless corpse over my body.
Yeah, and the thing falls down and gives this noise of like hot water striking cold metal. You know, this hiss as it falls apart and stops being a threat. All right, you've dismantled that problem. All right, so what do you do now, party?
I'm going to
Well, I
pick
guess
up my
we're-
sails and rig the boat.
I'm going to help him with that.
Well, I'll tell
Yes,
Jimmy to go
please.
look for more coins while I'm busy with the ship.
I'll take any help I can get. I don't think I'll be able to hoist these at all.
I'll
My
help.
feeble body.
I'll help with raising the sails and everything, or at least getting it going.
All right, it takes a bit of time, like a good amount of minutes, and slowly, like the sun is slowly heading towards setting. You've been traveling since morning, right? Left Chisol first thing in the morning to make the best of the long day. Now it's kind of drawing to an end. But yeah, you've managed to fix up something resembling a sail and you rig it. Fingers crossed it will get you to and fro. So you're basically ready to go.
Jimmy find anything?
No. Jimmy is still cruising around that burned down building. All right, party. Boat's ready.
Yeah, we're leaving, I guess. I mean, that's our goal, I guess.
Okay,
I mean,
you're
we
going
load up
to.
the
I'm going
stuff
to ask.
and-
Okay,
yeah.
because I was about to say nobody mentioned the cart since you came into town.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about that?
I was almost ready to let you like go to the town to the island and then be like, okay, let's unload this. Ah, shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the cart is a bit tricky to get onto this thing, but for some careful maneuvering, you load this, put it roughly in the middle. Shit seems stable, you're not sinking, and you're ready to go. So you cast off the moorings and head towards the island. And as you're getting closer, you're maybe like halfway across this like distance, right? You notice something odd, strange, potentially dangerous. You see that out of the water, kind of to the north of where you are headed, out of the water, there are like these somewhat humanoid figures coming out. Top half human looking ish because there's scales, and bottom half is literally just a fishtail. And they're walking out of the water, and they're walking out, and they're still walking out. There's dozens of them exiting the water and heading inland into the forest.
Wait, there's what going into the forest?
Where's the thing? Right,
These, like,
so
fish people, I guess.
this would
Oh, cool.
normally be, I guess, nature or whatever, but due to my character history, is that sirens? What is that? Is it like, if it's not, then yeah, that's a failed roll. But yeah,
I mean,
that's the only thing. Is it sirens?
you have a history of sirens, right? Or at least so you
Yeah.
say, right? Well, you don't hear them singing, and they don't seem that pretty from a distance. So, if anything, you'd say that these are probably like fish folk, or whatever they're called around here. They're not as scary as sirens in that they don't necessarily like lure sailors out of the ships and then like drown them, but they are reputable for attacking coastal settlements and like raiding fishing vessels, etc. Just plaguing coastal humans.
Seems like they're just evacuating the ocean because they heard we were coming through. I'm gonna chortle to myself.
Well, I say that.
No, they have fishy bottoms and human tops.
How do they walk?
Waddle.
A snake-like movement. They're slowly waddling with their tails.
They don't.
How far away are these things?
A good distance. That's a mile is probably overkill. You're like approaching it, and you would reach the shoreline in like a matter of minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes.
How fast are we traveling?
I think a sailboat is like 30 feet. Let me confirm. It's actually written down.
I think
Metruption, you're breaking up.
our slowest character is walking speed, I believe.
No, we're sailing, dude. Like, we're not walking.
Of course, but like
What's that? Right. So
Are we just Flintstoning the boat across to the island?
actually, I'm sorry, I was completely wrong. So it doesn't have a fishing boat listed here, but a rowboat says 1.5 miles, and that sounds about right given the condition of your sail. So yeah, you're way slower than a human, just walking casually.
Yeah, and we're gonna take 5 to 10 minutes to get to land. Is that right?
Yeah, roughly.
Alright, send out Jim to check how many they are. 'Cause he goes 50.
Yeah, for comparison, your overland travel speed is 3 miles an hour if you're not pushing yourselves. All right. So what's your plan? What's your response to this development?
Well, it's nighttime, right?
It's it's dusk. It's going to be dark soon-ish. You still have, maybe like an hour of light left.
Well, I would say it's easier to fight these things if we're gonna fight if it's on land. If we're in the sea and these things attack, we're kind of fucked. So I guess my instinct is to get on land as quick as possible. Pretty much.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Just tipping a little rowboat is not really that hard. So yeah. Well, a fishing boat, whatever, but still. Point stands.
All right. So you ignore them. They mind their own business, and you just go straight towards land and get out of there. That's the plan.
Well, Jim isn't.
What?
Jimmy.
What's Jimmy
Dad.
doing?
He's flying over to check how many there are. He
Okay.
goes 50, so he should be there in a very short time span. Considering they're slow and we're slow, then yeah.
All right. So you send the parrot out. It goes to like fly circles about for a bit, then comes back. By the time it returns, you're like almost at the shore, and they have stopped coming. All in all, that you have witnessed, dozens of them. There's a large amount of them, probably like close to 100 fish folks, all told. And yeah, the parrot's report seems to match that. Ramona just came in the room. I'm not sure what she's up to, but
Hi, Ramona.
distraction sister.
Making pizza.
I was offered food. I could not resist.
You monster.
What do you mean, monster?
There's just a temptation.
I'm not going to eat that visibly. Okay, so yeah. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, there's roughly 100 of them, but they're all shapes and sizes. You saw like grown ones. You saw like some that were being like pulled or helped by other ones, and you saw like teeny tiny ones, like baby, like children-sized fish folk. It seems like a nice generational panorama.
It seems like they all really have a true desire to exit the ocean and go into the forest for some reason.
Did they bring anything with them, or are they just like really just moving onto the island.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can see that they are carrying like urns and baskets and like yeah, various containers and sacks with them, as well as weapons and spears, javelins, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting question. What kind of weapons were they using?
They use spears largely, like polearm weapons, tridents, actual spears, some throwing javelins. Those work
Alright.
underwater, so they use that. Right, so you make landing on solid ground. What do you do?
They coming out from the water all around the island, or just this beach?
No, they all came out from this one focused spot and they went inland somewhere.
Well,
Like
I
here.
guess
Maybe
loading up
we
the
could
cart as
go,
soon
or
as possible and get away from the shoreline, maybe?
Yep.
we could, yeah, we could like go around the island a bit to where they're not coming from potentially.
Oh yeah, from where we're standing, where exactly is the tower in comparison to the island? Like we went to a shoreline, like
Yeah, that's
where
a
in the shoreline
problem.
is.
You're not sure because you don't see it.
I mean, the thing, it flies. If there's trees, it still flies. Is it like really high trees, or is it very tall? I mean,
What
small tower.
flies? The only thing that flies around here is Jerry.
Jimmy, fuck you.
Jeremy. Sorry, what?
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Okay.
Anyway, so like, doesn't he see the tower at all? I mean,
Give me a perception check. Let's see, because it's not immediately visible. At least not to you.
14.
The parrot, like, yeah, you send the parrot out to like go look for it, and it like comes back. And what does the parrot say when it like denies or says no?
Well, it's a familiar and it's telepathic, so I guess.
Oh, is that okay? Okay, never mind. So yeah, for some reason I had this picture of like a more realistic version of a parrot. So it like flies in and is like, ah,
I mean, it can
we don't
talk.
ruin the barrel. Something like
it
that.
can, but like, yeah, if it's actively scouting in the air, then yeah, that's pretty far away. Then I might as well just.
Yeah,
talk
then
to
yeah, you have to be
telepathy.
within 100 feet for the telepathy to work. So it like swoops back in, and you can already tell before it comes close. No, it doesn't see it.
Right.
Is there any merfolk within like shouting distance?
I think it's safe to say that they have gone into the forest by now. So no, you can't see anyone.
How much daylight do we have so far?
I'll give you an hour tops.
Should we rest at the edge of the forest then?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's rest first, maybe in the ship, or maybe at the shoreline.
Maybe you could sail back and rest over there.
Well, what I will say is just for your consideration that you know that the island is not that big, so it's going to take you an hour to travel it across. Worst case scenario, right?
Oh, okay. I guess we try to find
So
the tower.
if you want to rest at safe civilization, then the Wizard's Tower is your best bet because well the village is abandoned, and it's the next closest thing.
I guess we'll just make a beeline for the tower then, or at least try and find it.
Yeah, you just have
Does
to
anyone
find
have any divination that could help us figure out which way the tower is? Because we can save a lot of time. Because if the tower is like halfway around the island, we don't save any time. But if it's quarter way around the island, we save a lot of time if we go the right way first.
Actually, is there any buds around there? Like any buds?
Give me a perception check at this hour.
I guess I'll cast guidance on myself before that as well.
Sure.
Woodaloo. Anyway, it's casted. Perception. That's a lot of birds.
All right, yeah. You know what? There's all sorts of there's all sorts of birds. Most of them are already like huddled in their nests and asleep, but you hear like the hooting of an owl that swoops by somewhere nearby.
All right. In that case, I do. Where's the thing?
That cough actually dislocated something
Does
in my
that
throat.
speak with animals?
You
And
gain the ability to
then
comprehend the animals. Okay.
And then for all the birds that are sleeping, thaumaturgy, triple voice volume, and then I shout out, "Hey birds, where's the tower?"
Okay, so there becomes a huge so party. You're busying yourselves with getting the cart ready to travel through this rougher terrain. You know, getting it off the ship, kind of problematic. Then onto solid ground, and while Ransford is like doing some magic shit, and then he just screams out and is like extremely loud, and you hear all around the all the wildlife around gets spooked and flies or runs away. And an owl's like and what the owl that you've heard before like swoops in and sits on a branch kind of above you and says and tells you, "Oh, thank you. Now I have very easy hunting tonight."
You're welcome. Do you happen to know where the tower is at?
What's a tower?
A big stone structure that sticks out of the ground.
A
Oh,
wizard.
Very tall.
Big stone,
Very tall.
big rock.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Where is it?
And it says you it tells you you fly this way, and it swoops off the branch and flies into a direction. Like
Alright.
goes like east, northeast, somewhere over there. And that's all she wrote. It went.
Alright. I'll quickly pick up the navigation tools and actually wait. I'm not sure if I have navigation tools if I just got the skill for it. Let's check 1 sec.
Probably don't have the actual tools.
I mean, if you want to see, if you want to like track it, you can just roll survival, right? I'll give you advantage because the owl is helping you.
Seems I don't actually have a navigation tool. I don't have the skill for it. So, yeah, let's roll the skill, I guess. Survival. There we go. 22.
Okay. Yeah. You actually notice that there is a trail in the forest down here. It's somewhat distinguishable, and it leads roughly where the owl went. So chances are this will take you where you need to go.
So off we go, or what's the rest of the party think?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. So you go off, trying to find the way, and the trail kind of keeps on going, then turns and winds a little, kind of following the natural lay of the terrain. And at some point, you hear that there's like voices and movement, like to your north.
What kind of voices? Like, are they speaking common?
No, that doesn't sound like common to you at all. It's a little bit more wet. I think that's the right word to use.
All right, so it's the water people.
I mean, if you were to guess, because it kind of sounds like they have like water bubbles stuck in their like respiratory tracts.
Glub glub.
Gonna leave it on a small cliffhanger here. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Just gonna grab some food from the kitchen. One second.
Alright, let's take a break then. Meet back up at 35. It's actually a good timing. I'll do the same.
All right.
And I'll go cough.
We got to play for 10 minutes and then we get to take a break. Or was it an hour and 10 minutes?
An hour and 10.
Time-
Holy shit.
Time,
Holy shit, dude.
time flies.
Hello?
Hello.
So,
Now with unmuted microphone. Hi.
Hi. Oh, it just like every sudden people stop talking. I'm like, wait, what happened?
You missed the thing where I said let's meet back up at 35?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, we're taking a short break.
Great, I can get cider. Bye.
Drunk.
And I'm back with food.
Good job.
Okay. Have you all returned? Because it's hard to tell from this angle.
Hello.
I'm still here.
I have returned from the dead.
Okay,
Yes.
so as we have established, you hear this weird, like bubbly, wet conversation involving multiple people somewhere north of you, like somewhere behind the bushes.
Clearing your throat for a good accent, or are you just dying?
A bit of both. Mostly the dying thing, though.
Wait, did you say they're dying?
I am dying.
Oh.
I should move you a little bit further and land there. Okay.
I don't see that.
Wait, where are you?
You're not centralizing on the points.
That's because you should have moved yourselves.
You never told us that.
Well, if we're on the
Anyway.
world map, assume that you should be using it.
Well, never said anything. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, there are a lot of gurgly noises. I send out Jim and find out how far away they are. I guess simple stuff. Since we can hear them, I guess he
I
can
mean,
easily find them.
Jimmy goes into the like trees, and they're like, I don't know, 150 feet away, just across like a thicket of bushes. There's like
Right.
it's like a caravan, I guess. It's like there's like a couple warrior types at the front, and then it becomes like a mixture of like children, women, older slash sick people, intertwined with more warriors, and kind of slowly, really slowly traveling somewhere east.
Here's a stupid question, but these animal. Wait, how long have we been traveling until we found these things?
Maybe it took you like 15 minutes.
Alright.
You're like in the forest now.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't think we should make contact.
No. That's like a bad idea. Actually, how many things are armed? Like, how many of these things are armed? Like, actually fighters?
The
and not
ratio
just,
is
like,
about 1 to 3. Maybe 1 to
about
4 because the
33.
front is skewed in favor of warriors.
Hmm.
You say it's like a caravan, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you go from here?
Let's move around them.
Yeah, good idea.
I mean, they are traveling east, and your trail is also leading you towards the east. So you're just kind of traveling off the path a little bit further north.
That's fine. Let's go fast
Sure.
and get ahead of them.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Gotta book it.
All right, so you intensify your efforts and skedaddle on out of there. Gain some ground, put the sounds behind you, and after just a few minutes, you come out onto a little clearing. Speaking of clearing,
Tower?
okay, onto a little clearing where the trees have been like pushed back from in front of this tower. It's hardly an imposing sight. It's a ruin. All right, let's call it what it is. It is just 2 floors of proper round-ish small tower, and then it's just like collapsed third floor that probably used to be like a fourth or fifth, but right now is just a caved in thing. And in
Recent ruin or old ruin?
all super old. It's like overgrown all over the place. But from your angle, from the angle you're approaching, there is an entrance into the tower, and it's a door. It's a wooden door that looks fresh though. It looks recently installed, still completely fresh. But again, most important things left for last. In front of the door, there is this tall woman figure, clad in this like yellow-brown robes, hooded, and wearing a mask.
I bet it's Laura.
I mean,
The lady we rescued from the crypt
you're kind of off in the distance, right? So you can't tell. Wait, you can't tell anyway.
That was an out of character comment. It
Shut up. I noticed a little late, but I did.
Laura died.
Really?
Finally.
We killed her. Well, I didn't.
Really?
But my group killed her.
How could you kill the wife?
Oh, that was good. That was good. All right, I'll give you that. That was good. But okay, so you come out onto the clearing, and whoever that is, she notices you, and she straightens up and lets you come a little closer. Doesn't seem armed, at least not visibly. Lets you come a little closer, and once you're within like decent shouting distance, she shouts at you in common. She shouts, "Welcome, travelers. What do you seek here?"
We have a delivery, I shout back.
From the capital.
Yes, we are them.
Very well. Come closer. And she turns around and goes to opens the door into the tower and shouts something into the tower. You can't make it out. And then she turns back and waits for you to come closer, a couple steps from the tower.
Alright, up we go, I guess.
I guess kind of move up.
Okay, so you get closer, and you notice, you get closer, within comfortable talking distance, and then you notice something extraordinary about the mask. Now, when you think mask, you're probably thinking okay, it covers the face and stuff, but it has holes for eyes, right? Well, this one has amethysts installed into both eye sockets, but the person looks to be behaves she sees everything normally. So you're not sure what's up with that. You think that an amethyst would distort your vision quite badly.
So I can't actually see the person?
Wait.
You have no idea who that is.
Wait.
I mean, Zeke knows. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
All right.
What is it, Zeke?
Spoiler. It's a spoiler, is what it is. You'll learn later.
Oh.
Definitely
okay.
a demi-lich.
And she
Not
says.
gonna kill you. That's all you need to know.
She said. She says. We need to inspect the goods before we make the exchange. Show us to me. Show them to me.
Alright, flash my tits.
Well, he's flashing his tits. That's his action. He's flashing his tits. How does she react?
I think.
Hey, hang on.
That's
We still have the cart
good.
with us?
He's flashing his tits.
Actually,
What's
You have to
happening?
roll a d10 for hotness now.
She's
Wait. Here's a good question. Did we get the cart away from the ship with the ship?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
She's snickers, shakes her head. No. Look, show me. the ingredients. The ingredients, the crates and the barrels from the cart.
I swear to God, if you squirt
fine.
milk at her,
Most people like my goods anyway, but whatever.
I'll bring the cart up towards the tower and show her the goods. If that's all right with everyone.
Yeah, obviously we're making a
Alright,
delivery.
so yeah. You come close
what
with
a
the
ship
cart,
company.
and she carefully removes the lid from a barrel. Oh, this is an important question, and you can answer me in a private message, which you do, um, like this, right?
Yeah. No,
Oh
wait,
no,
GM,
it's
GM,
GM.
not DM.
It's GM. Sorry. And tell me, did anyone take anything from the cart for later personal use? And does anyone else know about it? You don't need to tell to the party at large, but you can, if you want, sure. If not, message me. Either or. I just want opinions from everyone. Nobody wants to say in public. Okay. Duly noted, guys. Duly noted. I feel like it's not that hard a question. All right. Thank you for honesty. Um, okay. So yeah, she begins to inspect your contents here. Like looks through the barrels. Starts drifting through the crates. Out from the tower comes out this like dude, um, dressed in like really like a farmer's clothes, like just a cloth shirt and like pants, and he's carrying in his two hands like a small chest, and yeah, he asks the woman, here it is. Where should I put it? And yeah, she's busy, so she kind of mumbles to him, just put it wherever. I'm checking this shipment.
I run
And
up and say, "Here, put it in my hands."
uh, I'll pass. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, guy's really awkward around strangers, clearly. Um, yeah, she's like, yeah, so yeah, there's this. It takes a few moments, and then and then the guy says, "Were you followed?"
Yeah, well, not followed, but we ran around a big party of water people
Ah,
in this way.
because they're coming behind you now, and like the woman like
yes.
looks up and says, "Oh, Philip, that's on you." And she walks away from the shipment and takes the chest, and yeah, just gonna shoos him away. And she turns instead to you and to you party and says, "Well, everything seems in order. If you would be so kind as to carry them inside the tower."
sure.
All right.
All right, so you begin shifting the crates inside. The guy casts some sort of weird spell. So apparently he's a man. He's a wizard of some kind. Casts some like spell, and then goes off to the fish folk and starts communicating with them in their language. So it's a bizarre display of gurgling sounds.
Wubba dub dub.
Kinda. And but yeah, you take the crates and barrels and start hauling them in. Inside of this tower, it's just it's just a room here, right? It's an empty circular room with a staircase that leads somewhere down, somewhere further down. You have no idea where. You can't see anything. It's just dark. And the woman tells you to just the woman tells you to put your the delivery off next to a wall. And yeah, that's it. Oh, terrible at it.
I'm gonna be a jerk. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit more food. I'll be back in 1 minute, max 1 minute. 1 sec.
I guess it's a good place to yeah, stretch. Let's stretch. That's a good plan.
All right.
One minute as promised. Let's go. Did everyone die?
I'm chewing.
Taking a stretch.
Oh yeah, two of you guys were eating pizza today. Just remembered.
I think 3 out of 5 have explicitly mentioned pizza, like during or before this session.
Mine is just going cold now. Okay, so Lazybum, Cleve.
Yeah.
I think Cleve left.
What?
Not to you, Cleve. Well.
Cleveland Brown.
That's a bummer. So yeah, I know what you did with that stuff. Okay, so I guess can't really carry on now without Cleve because he'll feel abandoned, betrayed, his trust misplaced and all that. So I did like, I must say, I did enjoy people reacting to the characters that have just been introduced. That was fun.
I found out that Laura is dead.
That's the must feel.
What did I miss?
Nothing. We're just
Player should have died like 8 times this campaign, so it was bound to happen.
Wait. Am I mixing up? Laura, was she the chick in the north or the one that my party met before I came?
Laura's the one who was probably charmed by the evil sorceress that we found in a crypt. And
Oh,
we like
wait. No, hold on. D.D.D. Is it the person in the far north?
That shouldn't be Laura.
spoiler
But
alert.
Laura,
Well, she can move around.
Lilith
Did I meet her in the
did
far
not
north?
encounter Laura.
I've not encountered Laura. Okay, yeah, then it's the person who dies. I'm really shit at names, so that's why I have to make sure it's the one who actually died. But yeah, she died. She did.
Okay.
Lavada really liked her, probably.
Well, to be frank, there was some disagreements.
There was a murder hobo on the party.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. Okay, so you carry the crates and barrels inside, and yeah, the woman says, "Well, thank you for the delivery. This is your payment." It's like shows you the lifts the lid of the chest, and like you see that it's like loaded with serious gold, not gold, serious cash. There's like gold chunks, there's platinum chunks, there's like, excuse me, a gem here and there. You estimate that this thing is gonna like set you up for a long time. There's hundreds of gold pieces in there. And then the woman sighs and says, or Master Azarbad asked me to offer you something else. Follow me, and I will show you.
Say nah, and I start collecting the gold.
What's his name again? What's
It's
his
like-
name?
Master Azarbad.
Is he an elf?
Oh, so you're asking her.
I'm asking her.
Alright, so she says, no. Oh, he's human. And before like Ransford can like reach in, she like shuts the lid of the chest, and says, and she says, oh, at least see what he has for offer. And yeah, she starts walking down the stairs.
The grandpa bit and follow.
Okay.
Oh
so this-
wait! I just want to make this sure. She shut the chest and then left. Am I getting this right?
She's holding it in her hands.
Goddamn. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they walk
I
down.
was like,
I'm
she left the chest with us. I'm like, oh well, that's my chest.
Okay, so she walked down the stairs, and it's a little dark here, but you know, you're trying to keep even spacing between your one step and next step so that you don't fall off the stairs like an idiot. It's really difficult for Ransford, but you can do it. And you reach the bottom of the stairs, and there is a small chamber there. It's it's just carved into stone, and the really distinguishing feature is that there's 4 statues there. So going from left to right, there's like this statue of a young boy. Then there's a statue of like a woman with a dress, flowing hair, like a basket of like different fruit. That's actually kind of incredible. You can see like the detail in each of the fruit carved out. It's like kind of creepy when you think about it, how detailed that thing is. Then there's then there's a man, like that is dressed in like like a noble person's attire, like a doublet and pants. It's like fancy pointy shoes, that sort of deal. And they are holding hands like high up above their heads to like form like an arch. And then off to the right, there's like the final person. There is this like old grandma style lady, kind of hunched over and looking and kind of squinting her eyes and smiling. And yeah, so the woman sighs again, and touches the woman with the basket, and touches the like noble dude, and like a portal appears in between the 2 statues, limited by the statues, the floor, and the archway of their hands. A portal rimmed with like purple/white like energies that like emerge from like a black center.
Oh, that busted light was.
It's a portal.
God damn it.
It's a portal, right? It leads somewhere. You have no idea. It's just like solid wall of like energy. And she says, "Ordis, Now, I know this looks really bad, but I'm not allowed to tell you anymore. And I wish you picked this one.
Mm. What do y'all guys think?
So what are we picking exactly? A treasure chest full of money or this? What is this?
A portal to somewhere.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, it's some wizard shit, yo.
These statues, you said they were very finely detailed. Are we talking like Medusa level detailed, or are we talking like just good craftsmanship?
You'd need to give me a roll. A perception
In
kind
what
of roll.
perception? Right. Okay. 14.
It's too dark here. You don't have an eye for this sort of shit. Could be. Maybe.
Okay. Well.
Maybe it's a person turned to
well,
stone. You're not sure.
So
I-
if it's dark, which I wasn't informed before, I guess.
I will take
lights-
my payment in gold, thank you very much. I will be waiting outside and I dab out.
No, no, no.
Sounds like a plan.
No. The light doesn't help you. Yeah, you have no idea. It's you know, it could be. Maybe you're not sure. You know, you don't know enough about art to be able to tell. Maybe someone just took a lot of time.
All right. I guess I'll say I want the gold, and then I reach for the chest and go, kind of.
She, as you inch forward, she inches backward with the chest. You can't really tell her facial expression for obvious reasons. And then you hear from as the other two are kind of debating what to do. You hear from here upstairs, like you hear the gurgling noises, like this. There's like still the fishfolk communication platform still going there, and like more and more of them as they like start apparently coming in. And then at one point, they start getting panicked, and then you clearly hear shouts.
You're trying to scam them as well.
And as the shouting breaks out, like the woman like turns and looks, and says something's wrong, and she rushes up the stairs with the chest.
After the chest.
That's our loot.
Oh, those two, what did so they cast some spell to make a portal.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
so like she touched the two statues, and this portal appeared.
Right. So I gave a flask of oil to Jimmy. That's about it. And then we follow, I guess. I'm at least. I don't know what you
Okay.
guys do. I follow.
So you're running up the stairs, and you see that the like the fish folk. It's like the first like two people are like armed with spears, right? And they like pay you no heed. They like stick to like one side of the stairwell because staircase because like wide enough, 15 feet wide. You can easily run both directions here, and they like push down while while you come up, and like behind the two warriors there's just like the children and like the women like carrying like various items, and up close you can see like there's like baskets filled with like random utensils for the fish folk, you know, tools, minor decorative things. They have some like carefully like sealed containers that like are like slightly leaking water, so it's like, you know, more portable fish tanks sort of deal. And you know, there's the children. Everyone's just running down. So you pass by like 2-3 dozen of them by the time you reach the door. And at the door, it becomes a bit of a problem because, well, it's a bottleneck. But the woman, the woman like shouts at the merfolk, make way, let me out. And
So is this
yeah, they eventually like give in and stop pushing in, and she
Wait, they
manages to
speak
squeeze
common?
out. The question is, do you squeeze out after her to see
Do they
what's going
speak
on?
common?
yes? I
She's
follow.
speaking common, but they are not, for the most part.
But they listen to what she said?
It might have been the gestures, her trying to
Okay,
rush
okay.
out.
Well, I guess I'll let Jimmy take a look outside because he's tiny and can go past in like a second. He's fly past, you know. What does Jimmy see? Because he got like 100 feet plus.
Jimmy tells you. Sorry. Jimmy tells you more undead.
Oh well, fuck that. How many undead are we seeing?
7 more coming.
The undead are gonna kill her, and then the money will just be on the ground.
Oh, she like shoved the chest into like one of the passing like adolescents, so that she has free hands and just rushed out.
Wait. One of the Naga things?
Yes, they're not nagas.
I'd like to take the chest from it. Like, oh yes, that's mine. She was holding it for me.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, but still.
They don't speak common though.
Well, yeah, it's all about gestures, and they're a little panicked. Yeah, sure. Like, a calm face, like, please give this to me, and he's like, and you obtain the chest.
All right.
Okay, so again, who's coming out after the woman?
I don't care. I got the money.
I mean,
I say we
undead. Are they
say-
zombies that are slow, or are they like fast ghouls and skeletons? Like, what undead are we seeing?
All right, this is the last question you're getting. Now, then you have to decide, because the imp tells you that it's more of the one in the village.
Oh,
that one
that's
died
fine.
in 2 punches, so maybe we can take him out.
So, like, here's the thing. I happen to have like a lot of tools on me, if I put it that way. So it's like 10 flasks of oil, there's caltrops and ball bearings, lots of it. We could essentially trigger up this whole staircase, and the skeletons would be half dead by the time they get down. And when they do get down, we could just lit the shit on fire and let the whole thing burn.
We burn the ship. How do we get home?
The problem is the flood of merfolk that are coming in.
You're saying this as if I'm a nice person, though.
I'm not saying you're a nice person. I'm saying they're going to be tripping them as well.
We have this meat shield where zombies and shit will stack up with, and I'm like, this is an opportunity because I already have my reward. Like...
Okay, I asked a couple of times and I still haven't gotten a response. Who is going out after the woman?
I am not going out after the woman. I have my money.
Don't. Just get the money and let's go through the portal, I guess.
Why would we go to the portal?
Well,
Don't do
I
it.
don't know.
Portals are dangerous.
yeah.
The question is, where does the
trust
portal
a
lead to,
wizard.
though? Like, we
How
don't know
about
if
this?
that's a
How
dead
about
end.
this? Why don't you grab around my waist and I'll stick my head through and see what's out there.
Well, Jimmy already knows what's out there, but it's more a matter of, do we want to go out there? Like, we already know it's undead there. We already know what's happening.
I reckon we
Let's
just
just...
On the
start
other
a
side of
big
the
old
portal?
battle.
Oh, on the other side of the fort? No, we don't know that, I guess. That's very true.
I reckon we start a battle, and then while everyone's distracted, we just take the money and run.
Okay. Is that agreeable
Make our
to
way
everyone?
to the boat.
Yeah, that's
This
an
is just-
option.
This is just a job. I'm not about to die for a delivery mission. Especially for wizards, nonetheless. What have wizards ever done for me?
Well, in that case, I drop one of these ball-bearing pouches, one of them, by around the bottom, because I know that every single one of these, especially the elderly and children, will have to pass the same ball bearings, meaning that it's going to be a massive stockade of people stuck down here. So that's what I do. A distraction. Not
Right.
very nice,
So
but
you go
it's
to
a
the
distraction.
top of the stairs. Okay. Again,
No,
this
not
does
the
not
top.
answer my
No.
question of who is going out because someone still hasn't
Nobody.
We're making a distraction to run away, aren't we?
answered. Lazybum, have you gone out? Because I missed that part. See?
Someone said he was going out to make a run for it. Who was that?
I don't say anything about going towards the woman.
No, but towards the boat.
Well, you were saying about making a battle and then through the smoke and all that, try and get to the boat.
Yeah. Question is how many undead is in the background though, because these are all running. Wait. There are 100 of them and they're running. Fuck that. Nope, we're not going that way. We're going into the portal. Fuck that.
Okay then. So there's hundreds of undead?
No, like it's 100 merfolk people or whatever you want to water people.
Oh,
Like it's
okay,
100
okay.
of them. They have about 25% warriors, and they're running for their lives with everyone, implying
Ah.
that their warriors are not able to repel this attack, meaning that whatever's out there, it's gonna kick a lot of ass. So I'm like, no, let's go into the portal thingy. Like if we have to
Okay,
fight this
yeah.
shit in like a standoff, I'd rather have 25 like merfolk people on my side than being alone out there. So I think it's better to go into the portal, probably. And we have the chest anyway, so like, you know.
Alright, all in favor of going to the portal?
Yeah, sounds good. Yes. So what's the other guy say? Metro? Lazy?
Hold on, Lazybum is
yeah.
gone somewhere.
CFK?
Apparently.
here.
We
Okay.
go out the top of the tower if going out the front is no longer an option.
Oh, because it's collapsed. Like the tower is literally just the ground floor, and the stairway up is already like covered in rubble. Like there's stairs looping around the edge of the tower, and there's like rocks lying like blocking the way up.
Isn't there only like a basement dungeon thing in this place?
It is exactly what I just said.
Oh.
So, Lazybum, does Zinnia go out, like push like through the crowd after the woman out into the wide world outside? Because the rest of the party seems more intent on staying inside and, on the contrary, going even deeper.
I'll stay with the party. I've been with them for like, a couple of months or whatever it is. So I trust them just a little bit more than
This a
some
new
random idiot.
contracts? I don't actually know what's the backstory behind the party.
Well,
What it was
I
just
wanted
a big job for
money.
money.
it's kind of up to you what happened before you set out with the cart, but you've been in this together for a couple of weeks now, going from the capital.
Oh, a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right.
Couldn't he just see what's outside if the parrot is outside?
Yeah, I still see everything, what's happening. It's just a matter of if we follow out into that area or not. So, yes, we still see everything. Well, I see everything. Well, I hear everything, rather, with telepathy. But, yeah. Actually, I don't know. Telepathy, how does that work? Does that give a vision as well, or just, like,
You
literal talking?
communicate telepathically with the animal,
Okay.
so you can just talk with it. You can transfer
Get-
your vision from your person to your familiar, but that takes an action.
And then I go blind, so I don't really want that.
Yes.
And, well, I go sensory blind in every sort of way, so no, I don't want that. That's
You would have to trust your party. Oh no.
Well, no, the problem is that I don't trust the 100 folks trying to push their way past down here. And like,
Oh, no.
yeah, I might get trampled. That's my point. So like I kind of no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I guess the little buddy goes out there and sees what happens and reports back. And
Yeah, I already told you. There's undead.
yeah, but okay. So we wait. What's happening? Is she fighting them? Like
Oh.
what is she doing out there?
Okay.
There was another guy as well.
Okay,
Where's the other
so
guy, for example?
okay, so you're getting a sort of like play-by-play thing here, and where the familiar is describing what's happening to you. Do you relay this information to the party?
Yeah.
Okay. So the parrot is like keeping its distance for safety concerns, and it sees that the wraiths that you have seen one of before are like slowly descending on the area, and the parrot looks up and there's like a throng of them circling above, like mixed.
Wait, throng? Do we talk like hundreds? An actual throng?
It's hard to tell. It's gotten dark. They're they're up there, and they're intertwining and mixing with each other, just flying back and forth. It's like a ball of undeath up there.
Are we surrounded?
Well, you're not
Into
you're not
the
surrounded right now. 'Cause, like, they're
portal
slowly they are descending at irregular intervals, like landing amongst the like escaping merfolk, and since they're much faster than wiggling semi snakes, when they get in range of someone, their skeletal claws, which you didn't even get to witness. You didn't even get to witness how they fight, right? Their skeletal claws suddenly like jerk into action, and with incredible speed slash across whatever gets caught. And when something gets caught, it's ugly. They just tear through a person.
Okay, fuck
Goes
that
in with
noise,
like a
that's
fountain of blood and guts flying up, and the person just drops down, just bleeding on the ground and screaming.
So
Like the man is like casting spells, not particularly impressive, like bits of like flashy light like flying off into random ones, and like sometimes they hit and then they like scream, they give this shriek that you've heard, and they continue their onslaught, and he is kind of pulling back, and the woman is just sorry, pushing to the far back of the entire like group. Like by now, like 2/3 of the 2/3 of the caravan are either inside or chunked. It's just like the last few are running inside, and you hear the woman shouting, "Go, get inside as quickly as you can, and don't look back. Remember, don't look back." Okay, so where is the parrot exactly?
well, close to the door, basically by the entrance of it, so it can fly in the second anything goes bad or too close to it. So yeah. I mean, it's just like watching at the safest possible area, essentially. So if anything gets even remotely close to it, it's just gonna fly straight in.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to it was the like things behind the tower on the other side from the entrance. I think we could just go out, circle around back, and then go into the woods and probably make our way out without being noticed, really. And we'd still get our payment, and we'd still deliver everything, and hopefully they'll be able to save themselves.
Right now there's a ball of undead up there. Even if we try to run, if a single one follow us, we can't actually escape it because we're on an island and the boat is slow as shit.
Behind the tower, even? I thought they were all focused at the front where the merfolk are.
Yeah, but a wraith is not slow. It's not a zombie, it's a wraith.
I say we just go back inside and take our chance with the portal.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that, like, the death ball of doom that is flying, it's probably gonna catch us if we try to run. So I'd rather not go near the death ball.
Okay, so you push to the so you see the woman finally pushes to the like back of the crowd, and you see her pull off her hood, and you see the snake hair. I don't think anyone's surprised. Oh, Zeke's surprised at this point. see the snake hair like coil out, and the snakes hiss angrily, and yeah, then she pulls off her mask, like holds it, and yeah, starts
Shut my eyes real tight.
starts looking around. You don't see anything. You're fine.
Wait,
And,
wait. So Laura was the person I met in the north. It wasn't the person who died.
And the you're confusing people. The raves, you see them like stiffen up and just start falling to the ground, and just shatter once they make contact with the ground, just like pebbles and rocks. And so party inside. The last, like, finally the last merfolk like load in, and like the guy Philip is like shoving the last person, like keeping his head up, like looking straight up, hands outstretched, and just says on repeat, "Now keep going, no stopping, go, 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 keep going," and just it's like pushing them down, and I think at this point, like, outside everything calms down a little, and the woman gives a quick like 360. I believe the parrot needs to make a Constitution saving throw as the gaze of the Medusa falls straight on the bird.
What the? Alright, let me check what the fuck modifier it has against this shit.
It's a Constitution save. You roll a d20 and I tell you if it's good enough.
Oh, it has some negative modifier as well.
Well, yeah, but if you roll too poorly, we don't need to know it. There you go.
It's stone.
Okay, roll again. Okay, so you feel the mental connection with Jeremy terminate as this petrifying gaze of the Medusa like takes over the bird, and the vision vanishes, and you're just like zapped back into the real world.
Do we also hear thud?
I mean, it's more like the sound of a roof tile falling onto solid ground.
Do I know
The
what actually
shattering of
happened to
pottery.
him, or?
I mean, you can give me an Arcana check. It's not going to be a very difficult one.
Let's see here. That.
Yeah, like, look, there's like bedtime stories of like Medusas turning people into stone, right? Snake hair woman, look her in the eyes, you turn into a statue, like 100% clear.
Alright, because this for voice improvement, then I yell out because I have other people in my house. I will not yell this out.
That's fine.
And then I start pouring the oil, the caltrops, and everything else.
Everything takes an action to do, so you have 2 actions before she goes through the door. What do you want to do?
Right. Well, I don't need to stand next to her. I'm doing it from where I stand. She has to go
but she's
through all
going
the
to come. Yeah, she's going to come in 2 turns.
While having your Medusa shit going on? Oh fuck though, I don't wanna die. Then we do, let's see here. We throw oil and we throw. Actually, we throw oil and lit that shit on fire. That's what we do for our action.
Won't that put the mer people in fire on fire too?
They're like already past you, and you stopped even hearing them. They must have gone through the portal.
Oh, okay.
Alright, fire it is.
Okay, so you create a puddle of oil at the bottom, at the doorway, right?
Yeah, I lit that shit on fire.
Okay, so you have the sound of footsteps coming from the staircase, and like up comes running this guy Philip, and he's like, and he says,
Wait, the guy passed us?
yeah,
When?
a while ago when when he was shoving the last mer person.
Oh, then let's not do that. Let's.
No,
let's
no, no, no,
not
no, no.
do
You
that.
come out. He comes up. He comes out, and he's like, "But why are you like confused?" And then the Medusa with her hood back on and her mask installed again, she like comes to the door, and as you finally manage to like get a spark going and like flies out and like ignites the oil in a beautiful like fire at the doorway. She like stops in front of it and says, "What is the purpose of this?"
Kill my friend. That's it.
Wait, I'm sorry.
She killed
Who?
Jimmy.
Who? Oh, she's asking who?
Bird.
Jim.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry about any collateral losses. That wasn't my intention.
Well, too late. And then I throw some cold drops. Fuck that.
Where are you throwing them?
In the fire.
Okay, so she says, "Okay, now you're just making a mess. Stop it."
And then I throw some ball bearings.
Party. What is the rest of you doing?
I say that. Hang on. So is there a fire already starting?
I mean, it's going. I'm just trying to figure out how long it's lasting.
Okay.
2 turns.
Oil. Okay.
Oh, it's been burning for 1 turn now.
Yeah, it's still burning.
So we're still dead?
Well, you could maybe peek out if there wasn't a fire and Medusa in the way.
Yeah, but you said that her robe and mask is back on, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're not turning into stone and you're kind of looking at her, so.
Wasn't there a fire? You couldn't see anything, you said.
I mean, you can only peek out so much is what I'm trying to say here, right? Like from the.
Actually, the bird died by the door, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the bird was carrying oil as well.
What was it carrying?
Oil. I said that before because
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like my backup plan if shit went wrong. So more fire.
Yeah, I would imagine this landed over somewhere off to the side. Like it wasn't hanging directly above the door, so it's like crashed and this like soaked some of the plant life nearby. But you've started the fire like inside the tower, so it didn't spread outside.
Would posting a bond be a spoiler or would that be allowed? I'm not really sure.
It's
what's
up
normal.
to you whether you want to make them public or not.
I just wanna point this out why my character is essentially trying to kill her. So just making that
More than anything, it got to
clear.
the point where it's okay.
Side note, I do have the find familiar spell used normal
Mhm.
anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so yeah, there's fire. And yeah, what's happening
Yeah,
considering
I
that
asked what the rest of the party was doing, and kind of didn't get a response.
I'm still trying to think.
Lazybum? Metruption?
Hello? Okay. I'm not interested in like burning a Medusa or that stuff. I'm gonna go find the dudes who made the portal and ask them where it goes.
Okay, so how do you
Or-
go about finding those people?
Oh, they're in the tower, right? So I just like go down the stairs into the basement.
Down this, there's nobody there. The only people in the tower is Party, that Philip guy, and well, the Medusa is technically in the doorstep. And everyone else is gone. Must have gone through the portal. All the merfolk.
So Philip's in there with us, right? Or is he by the
Yes.
portal?
Yes.
Hey
he's
Philip,
upstairs.
where's the portal go?
And he's like starts. It goes to, and then he like catches the eye of the Medusa and just like falls silent and then says, sorry, can't say."
All right, let's go into the portal and get out of here. You first.
Oh, but
You
Just-
first.
just is like visibly struggling for words, and so just let me wrap up here. And he like turns, and what exactly is
I'm going
Ransford
to-
doing?
I'm going to grapple. Is grapple
Grapple?
athletics always? Grapple strength based?
Yes, it's strength based. Escaping a
Alright.
grapple is like athletics or acrobatics. Oh boy.
Terrible roll.
Yeah.
Do you have any grapple mastery or anything like that?
Yeah. Okay. So
No, I'm a first level monk with 5 strength.
Oh god.
so yes, your anemic display of like trying to grab him doesn't really like account for much. Like, it's like hey, get off me. And so yeah, now the Medusa is becoming like visibly agitated, and she says, "Hey, you, both of you, stop it right now."
Where's the portal go?
We already told you, can't say.
You go first.
Sure. Just tell your peg-legged friend here to stop making a mess at the front door.
Is that Philip the pet with the peg leg?
I don't know. That's what he's doing.
No,
It's
no.
not my business. He is my associate only in business by now, and our business is done. I'm going to Philip, let's go downstairs by the portal and wait for them to finish up.
I'm trying to convince him to leave this debacle.
No, I'm trying to convince him that he doesn't have to worry about that. Like, I'm sure she can handle.
Yeah, you're trying to
by
persuade him to
herself.
like come with you downstairs. Okay, give me a persuasion
She's
check.
a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I guess that's a like literal version of what you said to him.
Yeah, and yeah, the Medusa just says no. Everyone is staying here until we resolve this. And she turns to she turns her gaze to Ransford again. What do you do, Zeke?
Actually, now that I think of it, how much gold did we get?
I mean, that chest contains hundreds.
I could summon it again with the money. I just realized I have money again, which I was out of. It takes time though.
You can kill him if you want, I guess, and then we'd split more money. And I'm just gonna go downstairs with the chest and wait.
I guess my character remembers about the gold he has got and he mutters and he walks off.
Okay, so the fire
I
goes
guess.
out. Fire
I didn't
goes
even
out.
think about the fact I had money again. So,
The Medusa carefully steps inside over the mess that's been created. Alright,
Well, she takes damage. There's call drops.
if I recall correctly, if you walk carefully over them, you don't.
If you walk at half speed or something, I
A
believe.
creature moving through the area at half speed doesn't need to make the saving throw for damage.
Okay.
Holy shit! If you fail that roll, your speed is reduced. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
And
Caltrops are a good
also,
item.
all these undead will have to go through the same thing, and if they're not smart enough to actually slow down and actually have like high intelligence, which ghosts really don't have.
There's
that,
the one problem
they're
that
just
raves don't walk. But yeah, good plan. Good plan.
Yeah. Right. Oh well.
Good plan for round 2 when the skeletons come. Okay, so Lazybum and Cleve, what do your characters do? The situation has been discharged a little. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
fire's out.
Put a portal.
Medusa's inside the tower now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the undead after she undid the mask and everything? Can I check outside and see what's happened to them?
Yeah, you peek outside and you see that just like there's like the like cracked statues of the undead like lying on the ground, and like the swarm that was like circling above.
Wait, she can petrify ghosts?
As Ransford like explained, seems to be gone.
So basically, the ball of undead is gone now, right?
Yeah, it seems to have dispersed. These aren't
I
ghosts.
say-
These
So
aren't
guys-
ghosts. These are wraiths. And
what
the
is a
monster-
wraith actually? I thought it were just like ghost, but like.
As
screaming.
per the description which I gave when you first saw it in the village, it's a like flying skeleton dressed in a like a brown tattered robe, and its attacks are these like extremely fast claw swipes.
I thought it was like a skeleton ghost, like shaped like a skeleton.
No,
but
this
a
is
ghost.
not a ghost. The ghost of a skeleton. The
Okay,
monster
so it's actually a
manual
flying
is
thing.
a reference material for me, not for the players. Believe in my
Okay.
campaign, guys. It's going to be much more enjoyable.
I haven't actually checked it in the monster manual. I'm just doing this from real life right now, so that's why I'm like, what? Anyway, okay, but then I know what
So-
it is.
How about this? We make a break for the boat and try to get back on the mainland with our money and everything.
Yeah, we got the chest and all that. Let's leave. I mean, we have no point in staying here anymore. Wait, I thought it was an army of braves outside, but if they're not, isn't, then yeah, let's go.
He said that they were all dispersed after the Medusa undid its mask.
Yeah. Well, let's
Can
leave
you
then.
describe the portal to me?
No, I'm dying.
When you can, I'll let you take your time.
Okay, so it's so it's between these two statues. One of a young woman, flowing hair, dress, a basket of various fruits in her hand, and her other hand reaching up, creating an arc with the hand of the next statue, which is this like young noble man, dressed kind of fancily. They're both smiling, looking at each other, and the portal itself is this. It kind of looks like a sinkhole, I guess, right? Where the rim is purple in color. The energies are like purple, white-ish on the outside, and then they get pulled into the black middle.
The picture.
Okay. Does the portal take up all of the space between the ground and the statues, or is it suspended? All right, cool.
Yes.
I'm going to shout, "Jimmy, come down here this instant, or I'm going to break the statues and destroy the portal." Not
Like
Jimmy.
bird.
Philip. Philip, come down here this instant, or I will break the portals. I guess that's intimidation.
That's an intimidation, yeah. Okay, so the guy turns to the trio that's left upstairs and is like, "So, are you guys leaving?"
5.
You shut up. I'm waiting for the response from the rest.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? We got our gold.
It's all about that.
4.
All right. Are you taking your elf friend with you?
Gag and bound, sure.
And the
3.
Medusa interjects and says, "Well, you'll have to take care of that yourselves."
2.
This is the point where someone says something, guys. Come on.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Let's go.
Like,
Alright,
I
so-
said I'm leaving.
Okay,
Let's
so the
leave.
3 of you walk out, bid your farewells, whatever. And yeah, so Visanpo, you hear the door upstairs slam shut, and you hear the quick hushed conversation between the Medusa and the guy, and they come down the stairs towards you. And she says, "Well,
I'm
looks
going
like
to avert my gaze from her. I'm going to maintain eye contact with Jimmy and position myself so that the portal stays between Jimmy, I, and her, taking cover behind a statue.
it's a pretty tight fit because they're in the back of the room, but yeah, sure, you're tiny, you can fit there." And
Philip, between, of course.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, the Medusa says, "Well, looks like your friends left."
Where does the portal go?
Again, we can't tell you.
Are you going?
Yes. We have no
You
reason
go
to stay
first.
here. Oh, but we
You
have
go
to
first.
we have to carry your delivery first. Would you like to help us with that? It's going to be faster.
I'll wait here.
She
I'm going
shrugs.
to stay.
She shrugs and says, "Suit yourself then." And okay, so they start hauling the crates and barrels from upstairs to like in front of the portal. And once they finally got everything down and cleaned up the mess at the front door, they don't set down the last 2 crates they came in with, but instead the Medusa speaks up and says, "Oh, we're going through. Are you going?"
And you're just going to leave all that out there.
"Oh, we're going to come back for it. Just can't carry everything at once."
I'll wait.
She says, "All right." All right, so they go through the portal.
All right, while they're in there, so what did they leave exactly?
Oh, I love you.
Okay,
You're
so
the
they
best.
left
I
the
love you.
2 barrels of primordial bomb, and they.
Do I know what that's for?
It's
Do I have to make a check?
You know what it's for. It's
Give
in
me
the
a-
info.
give me an
You knew
herbalism
what it
check.
was.
It's a
No,
very
no.
simple herbalism check.
He already knew
medicine.
though. In the info you
Oh wait,
said
yeah.
specifically
Actually, yeah,
you
that
knew
is true. It
was
makes
for
sense. Yeah,
protection.
you've had these discussions like between you. So yeah, it's like a powerful alchemy ingredient. It's used to enhance the power of otherwise quite mundane ingredients to create powerful potions.
Is that it? Is that all they've left?
No, that's just the 2 barrels. They also left 4 crates of various other ingredients.
Did it leave the dragon scales?
Herbs, rocks, crystals. Give me a D6. Let's see if they left the. Okay, so 5, 6 would they be? Okay, no, they took the dragon scales. It wasn't one of the other crates.
Is there anything I could use to enhance my ability to move very quickly?
Not instantly, no.
I'm going to wait for them to come out and then go back in.
Wait. Okay, so they come out again. This time, not carrying the crates.
I'm going to just watch, observe, avoiding eye contact with the Medusa.
All right, they're looking at you funny, but you're not looking at them, so whatever. They're just stay silent. This awkward moment.
I'm watching Philip very closely, but I'm making sure not to look directly at the Medusa.
Okay, he has this awkward look on his face. That's Philip. So really, nothing special. So yeah, they grab 2 more crates and they go through the portal.
How long were they in the portal for the first time?
Maybe like 20-30 seconds.
I'm going to grab as many ingredients as I can within help me go faster. I'm going to resume my position. I'm going to conceal the items in my pockets.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. Let's see what you can get and how much. Okay. So yeah, you open one of the crates, and this one is like loaded with what could be loaded with. It's loaded with these like strange yellowish porous rocks. And at least on the surface, you're not entirely sure because, well, limited time, you have to make sure you're not seen. So you just grab a handful of those and you quickly replace the lid and hide back behind the statues. They come
Can I
out.
recall what they're for? Because I'd imagine I'm quite familiar with the contents of this.
You could if I knew what they were for. I don't know, I just made up an ingredient. Let's see. Can I make something up on the fly? Probably not. Let's just say they're used for advanced like wizardry rituals. They're used for they are used for channeling like magical energies to make sure they don't like disperse and cause the spell to go haywire and like end too soon or like end up in an accident.
Magical sponge.
That's actually shit. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm going to wait.
Okay, so they come back out and they grab the 2 crates. No mention is paid to the fact that one is a little lighter now. Probably has that they're porous, so they mostly spacious. They go back through.
And they're consistently grabbing the nearest crates.
I mean, at this point, all that's left is the 2 barrels, but they kind of started from the crates and left the barrels for last.
I'm going to simply wait. I'm going to wait again until they're
Excuse
out,
me?
and then I'm going to continue to wait patiently.
Okay, so they come out again. They grab the barrels. They kind of stop before they cross, and she says, "Are you still going to hide there, or are you going to come with us?"
Where does the portal lead? Where does it go?
Again, we can't tell you.
Why not?
Because Master Azarbat said we can't, says the guy, Philip.
How long will the portal stay open after you're gone?
Well, Medusa says, "Oh, we're just going to close it. There's no reason for it to be open. It's a security risk." And Philip just kind of looks at her quickly, like oh shit, and then composes himself.
Give me 5 minutes, okay?
She sighs deeply. Give me a persuasion check.
Before one. GG.
No, I don't think, given the show that you've made here, that I can trust you with that. You're either coming now or you're going out.
You first,
All right.
and I'll be right after you.
You only have a couple seconds. Come on, Philip. And they walk through.
Together or not?
Small difference. She goes first. He goes right behind her. Like half a step difference.
I'm going to go in after them.
All right. Okay, party. You went, right?
Yep.
Okay, wait. One more thing. Okay, so you go through the so Visanpo goes through the portal, and our viewpoint stays in this room. And a few moments after the flash of Visampo's crossing, it goes and switches off. Darkness envelops the place now. See, thank you for playing.
a void portal?
Okay, so party, the trio. You went back to the you went out through the little battlefield.
Wait, out?
Huh?
Did they go out of the tower and sneak out?
Yeah, they just left.
Yeah.
Completely.
Wait, really?
The
I thought
undead
they-
are dead. We leave. Like,
Wait,
we're
you-
done. We did our trade. You left the money and us, and we're leaving.
But
Yeah, you
you
just
went in the
went.
portal.
No! We
You-
were leaving the place. Like, as in going back to the boat. And we kept asking you, do you want to come with us? And you're like, no, I'm staying. And I'm like, what?
I thought you meant I thought you meant you were going
No.
in the portal. Fuck,
We're
dude. This is a hard game.
It's okay. Misunderstandings make for cool plot twists. So yeah, party goes past the battlefield. Do you take the cart with you? It's empty now, so it's a little lighter, but you know, can still be useful.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. I'll drag it.
Wait. I checked the mermaid people. Do they have any weapons? They died. You see, they were slashed
Yeah,
up.
I guess
What-
there. Yeah, I guess there's like
But it
a couple
has some
spears
that is
lying
good.
about.
Okay, I'll take that and put it in the cart.
Give me a D4 plus 1. Okay, yeah, you find 3 spears and you just chuck them on the cart.
Do they have anything else?
No, that's their like primary weapon, and other than that, I mean, maybe you can find like some of their containers. So yeah, you find some like shells and maybe like tools, some clothes as well, made of kelp, smelly, and green. You find like broken down containers with like fish dead or dying inside. All the water flooded out. So yeah, there's not much of worth to you landlubbers.
All right. I guess I'll grab the spears then. Well, to be fair, D.D.D, like, he thought he was following us, not like, going in alone, so.
It's
Yeah.
okay, we're not done yet. Okay, so party goes on back to the boat, right?
With the cart.
Is he gonna get one of those crystals?
Maybe.
Okay.
So night falls. It's moon's already up in the sky by the time you reach your boat, and you notice that there's a figure sitting on the boat. It's like a man, dressed in this like fancy black and white outfit, and like sitting and staring over onto the mainland.
What kind of outfit?
A black and white fancy outfit.
Like, are we talking robe? Or are we talking like just noble clothes? Or
we're talking
like,
we're talking
jester?
we're talking like a
what-
white shirt and a black doublet on top, and like matching like pants with these nice, what's it called? Oh my god.
So the clothes of a noble, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
fancy nobleman's clothes, black and white.
Right.
Do you approach?
Hang on.
Is he armed?
Not visibly.
So we can see him pretty well, right?
Yeah, he's just sitting there and
Okay.
bathed in the moonlight. A bright night tonight, so you can see him.
We'll approach him. I'll approach him.
Okay, and he says, "Ah, hello there. Have you been to the tower?"
Maybe. What's in
Yeah.
it for you?
I don't know. I am seeking information. Would you be so willing as to part with some information for me? Please roll wisdom saving throws, everyone. All right, all right. You all pass. Yeah, you feel like some sort of magic is like starting to overcome you, but yeah, you shake your heads and yeah, you don't get affected. And he like furrows his brow a little and waits for your response.
Are you willing to part with some money?
Hmm. I'm afraid you caught me at a bad time. Besides, I don't think you need all that much, judging by the size of that chest.
Well, do you have anything
Can I
else
ask?
to part with that could be worth something?
I have words of wisdom as well. We can trade knowledge for knowledge.
How about...
Like he
Oh,
stands
wait,
up at this point.
wait. Does
Wait,
he have any wizard spells?
can I ask him what kind of information he's looking for?
I just want to know what you saw in the tower.
And I quickly tell my comrades, don't say a fucking word until we have a reward to begin with.
No, I don't think that what I can offer you here is some spells for you to learn. No, no, no. Please don't take it the wrong way, but my magic is not the kind of magic that you produce.
Oh.
How about we just leave him and get on the boat?
He's on
Oh,
your
I
boat.
ask him this. Can you cast Greater Restoration? Actually, don't even know about that, about petrification. Like,
You
don't
like-
know anything.
He like chuckles and says, "Oh no, oh no, that is your domain, I'm afraid." Can you cast that spell?
Nope.
Well then, you are plumb out of luck. And I am running plumb out of time, my dear friends. Oh. Can I ask for your cooperation?
If I get your clothes. Yep,
Is that the only response that he's getting from the party?
I'll trade him common clothes for it. He won't go naked. Yeah. On these noble clothes. That's my response.
Let's just leave him and get on the boat.
And he is standing on your boat, but at the mention of his clothes, he like sighs and shakes his head and gets off the boat. And can everyone make another wisdom check as you sense presence, or well, multiple presences above you?
Well,
Wait a minute. Okay, never mind.
Need two more. No, one more. Zinnia still hasn't rolled.
Wait, why did I throw twice?
What am I rolling?
Oh wait, never mind.
Already rolled. You just rolled. You were just the last one to roll last time, and the first one to roll this time. Lazybum, we need your wisdom save. All right. So this is sort of karmically apt, but from above, you didn't hear them because they don't make all that much sound at all. Really, you didn't see them because it's dark, but the swarm of wraiths came back and they descended upon you, and three of them came very close and they stared deep into your eyes, evoking memories of horrors in your minds. So Zinnia and Brazier are able to like shake off the effect before they do it, before anything happens. But Ransford was caught unawares, and yeah, he's overcome with fear and cannot move. Ransford, what scared you so?
Well, saw Jimmy dying again. I couldn't resurrect him. That's
Just
about it.
over and over and over
Oh,
again.
you just get a vision of the bird. Like you raise him from you like pray him back into existence, and then he just gets cut down right in front of you by another wraith.
Right away.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and yeah, the man starts walking towards you and says, I was trying to resolve this peacefully. You see, you caught me in a good mood. Normally, I wouldn't give you nearly as much time for a reaction, but the master's. He calls her daughter, I don't know. Well, the master's daughter put him in a very good mood. And that puts me in a good mood. So, I will give you this opportunity. You can leave. Go. Get on your boat. May I never see you again. Because next time, this will not be as pleasant. And he goes to, and he grabs Ransford, like in his heavy armor and stuff. He picks him up off the ground, goes a couple inches up. Let's go with one hand. Looks you in the eye, gives you a cheeky smile, and tosses you towards the boat. You fly a couple feet, land in the water, there's a splash, there's a crash, there's a noise. You roll, you land back up, you like slam your back against the boat, like oof, squeezing the air out of your lungs. And yeah, the guy walks past you and heads where you came from. East, towards the tower. Oh, I didn't show the tower. Oops. Here, tower. What do you do, party?
Oh yeah, I haven't been looking at the world map for a while now. Let's see what's actually happening. All right.
Nothing.
Well, on the boat we go.
Yep, on the boat.
I mean, this thing is able to throw me in full heavy armor, so I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, the wraiths pay you no heed. They just hover there gently. We're pretty much within striking distance, but they don't attack.
Wait, the Reeves is still there?
Yep, they're
Yeah,
hanging directly
yeah,
above
they
you.
came with him, so apparently. So I'll say believe and don't follow the guy who said he's gonna kill us if we follow, because I think we will be killed if we follow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
do
the
we have
just
to-
cover
okay.
money. We have no reason to stay here with the death ball, so
All right,
fuck that.
time to go. As long as we have
Let's
loot.
book it.
Wait, are we missing a person?
Yeah, because
They
he's staying
like look
through a
around.
portal.
Guy's gone.
I went in the portal.
Well, no saving you now.
Well, let's book it.
Done with our mission.
And you sail off the island, hoping the wraiths don't follow. And they don't. They follow the other guy.
Hooray.
Okay, Visanpo. You are... As a jolt of cold envelops
Do
you.
I have to make the signature con save of entering those portals?
No, no, it's a very brief moment, and you come out into like a small stone room, and you hear a voice that you as a player should probably recognize, saying, "And is that all? Are we done now?"
Is it Laura?
And
No, that's the wizard, dude. What the fuck?
Medusa says, "No, Philip says." Yes, Master Azar, but that's everything. We can close up, seal up, and forget about this. Ah, perfect. And let me take care of this. Ah, and you are the smart lad that took up on my offer, yes? And he like comes over towards you, like stroking his beard. This like little guy, maybe like just under 5 feet.
He's the guy who hired us, right?
Kind of plump. Yeah, that's clearly the wizard. Fancy robes. He has a turban on his head, a big white beard, and he's coming up to you with this inquisitive look and is like eyeing you.
Ah, yes, of course I did.
Yeah, smart man, smart man.
They went out the tower and ran away with the treasure chest, so I guess I haven't really been paid yet.
Oh no! That payment was for delivering the thing. If you decided for this payment, and he kind of gestures around this like barren stone room. There's like a couple merfolk still here, like trying to tend to each other's wounds because they've been slashed, but like not mortally by the wraiths on the escape. Like it's a bit of a field hospital here. And you've come for this
payment.
Yes, this substitute payment, in my humble opinion, makes
so
up
how did the
tenfold for what you would get with that chest.
I'm not sure. I believe they could have easily made it out alive. And what did the merfolk do exactly to earn this repayment, I guess you could call it? Because if you consider this, the passage to this portal to have a value of 700 gold, then surely the merfolk must have paid dearly. How many firstborn sons did you receive from them?
Oh, no, it's not that simple. No. The payment for entering the portal is actually very slim. You just can't leave this place now.
I can't leave this room.
No, you can leave the room. You just can't go through the portal again. But that would be a breach of security. Well, you see.
So instead of receiving money, I got to come here, back to the capital, in an instant.
Oh, no, we are not in the capital.
Where are we?
Once you go out, you will see for yourself. I believe the adequate term is Azarbad's realm. It has a nice ring to it.
Oh, pocket dimension. Fun times.
And that's when the DM said to me, "Welcome to my magical realm."
Now, I am glad that you have arrived here, but I have a very important singular rule, really, but many other rules stem from it. It's only a minor inconvenience and only sometimes. Well, you see, most people don't need to concern themselves with anything of the sort, but I am sure that someone of your particular skill set could be of great use to me in the very near future. So I ask that you merely fulfill a few very important tasks when the time comes.
What do you want?
I don't think I can disclose that quite yet, but don't worry, all in due time. You have plenty of time to get comfortable with your new staying place. Here, Philip, you know Philip, yes? And he like points to the guy.
I raised an eyebrow, or perhaps raised both in a failure to raise just the one.
Philip here will show you your quarters. Do you have any racial preference?
Come again?
Is he getting a concubine?
Do you have any problems with staying with people of other races? I know that some people are particularly touchy about it. Like you can see Philip like constantly looking at the Medusa when
my roommate is an elven wizard, then I'll have a double room all to myself, and I'll have to clean it out after the first night because it might get smelly.
He thinks for a moment and says, that shouldn't be a problem. Yes, just follow Philip. He will find something appropriate. Now, this is all the ingredients I have been promised. Is that correct? And the Medusa says, yes, we checked and everything seems to be present. That should be everything as per order.
When we brought the ingredients to the tower, I had not taken anything from them. And I'm sure both the Medusa and Philip can attest that I have not taken anything from those. So you have their word on that.
Her name is Stalacia, thank you very much. Yes, I do appreciate the concern for the well-being of this delivery. You see,
I cannot speak for the honesty of my allies, although they may have taken things.
Perhaps we should check. If the time allows. Now, I believe I have some magic to prepare. So, Philip, Stalacia, if you would be so kind. And yeah, they nod, and like Philip like places a hand on your shoulder and like gestures for you to follow. And yes, Stalacia, Medusa, goes out and like calls to someone to like, hey, come over, it's time. And yeah, so as you're coming out, in come a couple peasants, like farmer dudes, like clearly like dirty shirts and like, you know, old pants made of patchwork essentially at this point. And you come out, and you have to wince a bit because this place is bright. You come out into this sprawling, oh god, what's the word? Not realm. I am blanking on words so hard. Can I blame the sickness?
Maybe.
It'd be so easy if I could blame the sickness. Oh, these sprawling green fields and yeah, oh god, still not the word. Hold up. I am a professional and I know how to use Google Translate. Okay, land is the shittiest translation ever, but okay.
Plain? Demi-plane?
Okay, fine. This sprawling green land. You can. It looks like this place is like stuck in spring, even though outside is like late summer at this point. Right? There's like, some fields are being tended. There's like pastures in the distance. There's like this nice river. Don't ask me how that works. And like lake, and people are like fishing on the borders, and like you see the merfolk are getting established on like this, like slowly like sinking below and like disappearing off the view. And you like turn around and you see that you've exited on like the edge of this like settlement sort of thing. It's got a lot of like towers and domes in its architecture, and it's very white and gold in a sense. So it reminds you of Torfain. Have you ever been there?
No, I don't think so.
But you must have heard of the Glistening Cathedral, which is like the #1 architectural wonder in the kingdom, if not the entire world.
I've heard stories, of course.
All right, so yeah, there's golden domes kind of strike this like reminiscent tone. Obviously, this is way less impressive because the Glistening Cathedral is like an entire city, right? City within a city, and like flaunting with like wealth everywhere. Now it's just like a, you know, smaller, more toned down place. Yeah, it looks like a settlement where you know, people would live, or where people would of like a slightly higher stature, like probably like rich townsfolk or like noblemen, nobility would live. And like there's like this one much bigger dome, which kind of like seems to be the palace. Kind of makes sense if the wizard is here. It's probably gonna live somewhere. And yeah, you upon a quick inspection, it looks like it could facilitate like a good few hundred people here, with obvious like space for expansion. There's like plenty of unused land everywhere. Yeah, it looks like you have been transported somewhere else entirely. This place is quite pretty and quite different
Magical.
from anything you've seen outside.
I'm going to, I guess, stay around for a bit.
Yeah.
And
Do you say that out loud?
no, like in
Oh,
my
I'm
character's
kidding.
mind, like I'm thinking that he's probably going to just like find some building that he can claim and use it as a personal dojo of sorts. Like train as a monk and just do monk things like a proper monk.
Yeah, and Philip finally like gave you those like few seconds to like stare and wonder, and then like tugs you slightly again, like come follow, and yeah, you go off into the like busy streets of this like little settlement. And yeah, I think that will conclude the session. Thank you for playing. Uh, I hope you guys had a good time with it.
Well, that
Had
was
a,
pretty short.
had a few things. Yeah, it was about 3 hours, like almost to the point. Yeah, we had a few things happen, I think.
How'd Laura die?
There's no climax.
What do you mean there's no climax?
We
You
got
kind
a
of
chance of gold. That's a great climax.
you walked away
Brazier,
from both
Zinnia,
climaxes I
and
gave you.
Ransford just
I didn't
basically
even
sail
attack
away,
anything.
and then
My
Metruption
combat was
just gets
moving
stuck.
30 tiles. What the
You
fuck?
didn't look. You walked away from both climaxes. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, there was two of them?
There was the one where we go through the portal and then get to like have sex or something with 72 virgins and shit. Or there was the one where we fight all the monsters and get away with the money.
There are a couple intermediate scenarios. Anyway, yeah, this was not as combat intensive as some past sessions, and as this session could have been, but I still think a decent story was weaved between us, right?
Yeah.
So to that end, I would like to thank you for coming here, for taking the time to create characters, for bearing with my sickness, and I hope you will come back for more in the future.
All right.
And I will message you with the conclusion of this entire like subplot once it's actually done, because it's going to be a short written piece by yours truly.
Oh yeah, was the fourth thing tomorrow?
Is Visanpo just going to automatically accept whatever like tasks he's given by the wizard?
Okay, good. I assumed as much.
No, I didn't say he is. I said is he is like as part of the story.
We'll talk about it after the session. All right. For
right.
now, does anyone have any closing words? Because somebody left. Who left?
Oh, he went to general, I think by mistake. Or maybe by
You're
intention.
back. Okay.
No. He's up in general. Well, now it's gone.
Oh, okay. Cleve left. Okay. So, arrivederci. Any, you guys have something to say?
Penis. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you got a chance to
I got a
talk to
question then.
assets.
Was this set after the main campaign thingy, or I'm a bit confused about the timeline here, just in
This
general.
is chronologically this is happening about like a few months after the last campaign session. After the last March North session.
So my question is, all the main party like dead? Because it's been a few months.
Wait. Why did you spoil that so hard then? What the fuck,
What
man?
did I spoil? Sorry.
You know, our current thing in the other campaign is to literally walk to this wizard tower, and now I know it's a ruin a few months afterward, and it's been a ruin for a few months, meaning that I'm about to approach a ruin in the other game. Like, what the fuck, man?
I'm expecting you to not metagame it. Besides,
Yeah, we're going there either way, but it's just like, now I know that what's gonna happen. It's kind of like, fuck.
It's common knowledge at this point what exactly, is there. Like, the rest of the party is clearly aware of that this is Azarbat's tower, right?
Yeah, it's always looked like this.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It wasn't
Yeah.
the tower?
It was
never
a
like
tower
full
once.
Tower.
But when we got there, wasn't it the tower then?
It has always been in this semi-collapsed state.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And regardless, I trust in your ability to not metagame. Because it will make for a better story. So,
Oh, yeah, it's not about the metagame. It's just that like it's like kind of spoiled what's like the future is. You know what I mean?
don't worry. Don't worry, it will all make sense eventually. Yeah, Lazybum. How'd you like it? You kind of fell silent towards the end.
I got distracted for a minute because somebody came in to talk to me, and then I just got kind of lost. My bad.
Oh, I should have spoken up, dude. We have totally repeated the important stuff.
It was like a good, 20-minute talk because
Fine.
I don't know.
Fine. All right. Yeah. Once again, this was one shot number 3.
That's
It's
all
number
one
one
more.
where we climbed the tower, fought the vampires, and then rocks fell on our head.
No,
That
no,
sounds
no,
like 2.
no. No, that was a different thing.
Number
I
one
will
was when we
link.
tried to steal from a thing.
I will link the one shots in private. And if you're watching this on YouTube, whoever you crazy person are, thank you for taking the time.
You're still recording?
Shit's in the playlist, yo. Yeah.
Follow
Yeah,
me
it's
on
like
Twitter
20 minutes
at
ago.
Aaron the King.
There you go.
Put some editing in there.
All right.